I feel like this is the support group for the betrayed loves of Mary Sibley. This is the talk. Do either of you have any love, do your characters have any love left for Mary at this point, at season 2?
I think Tituba does. I think that they're at odds, but they're forced to work on the same team. I just think Tituba is wiser this season. I think she's seen that Mary put Mary first, really. She didn't go and rescue her from the jail. She didn't, and she could have. We saw she could have because she rescued this one.
But then left me.
Then left you. So I just think she's a little wiser and a bit more wary, and she doesn't, I guess she doesn't fight as hard for her this season. But they are still on the same team because they don't want the other witches to win.
Yeah. And
I mean, I think John's love for Mary is buried very deep inside at this point.
Cold, hard rock.
Might be this tiny, if anything at all. But
yeah.
I'm sure it will bloom again. But currently, you know, he's out for revenge and blood.
Well, your character started out as a bit of a skeptic, and then you witnessed the magic, and now do you think your character is going to embrace magic and utilize it to kind of fight the good fight?
It's like you know something. Yes. As I don't know about. I hope so. I hope ultimately to embrace it to fight the good fight.
You're fighting fire.
I know he's
with
embracing it to fight the fight right now, and it's burning him right now. So, you know, he being human and not a witch, he suddenly has with this transformation these.
Excuse me, I'm
powers,
human
so
too. I'm a witch, but I'm human. If you cut me, I will
Not
bleed.
pure. You were once. But you know, I think that he ultimately doesn't know what to do with his new found powers, and you'll see him kind of flail around a lot in the beginning.
Is Tituba, I kind of wonder with Tituba, like now we know some things are happening with the elders, and there's different power plays. It's witch war. Witch war is being waged. Is Tituba going to play a long game and perhaps see an opening for her own rise to power instead of just being an assistant to Mary?
I think Tituba has always played the long game. I think that her of anyone plays the long game, and that the social constraints of the day meant that Tituba, they needed a man. They had to marry someone. There was no way a woman could run that town. And Tituba, being a woman of color and being a slave, and she only could have been a slave at that time, couldn't do that herself. So I think they had to have a Mary, and the elders are ugly, so they couldn't do it. I'm sorry, ladies, but
Let's get that out of the way.
They had to have a Mary, but for Tituba could never rule Salem publicly. She would always have to do it behind somebody else, because that was the way of the world then.
Well, is there a potential for your two characters to forge an uneasy alliance to deal with other threats out there?
Absolutely. We haven't seen that yet, but I would love that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that coming from similar recent histories, and their love and spite and obsession, so to speak, with Mary can bring them together.
A common enemy. Not even just Mary. There are other worse witches out there, and I think a common enemy does a lot to bring people together. And it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't.
Essex witches now, yeah.
Literally, the devil.
Yeah, better the devil you know.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to seeing the second season of The Witch.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.